All right, here we are. One more time with the tale of two maples. You remember I pruned this one on the left, I'm guessing 2 or 3 years ago. It's pre-pandemic, so I guess it was 3 years ago. The one on the right had been lion's tailed and just totally thinned out. They took every limb out of the inside of this poor tree and left a lot of the overextended limbs be. This tree has a really natural feel to it. It looks great. Nice, full, thick canopy. Look at all that green leafy material. That's going to be put so much sugar out for this tree. It's going to keep this tree strong and healthy. It's not going to be attracting insect infestations, attacks, and it's not going to be weak. And it's also not going to fall apart in the storms because we took so much weight off the branch tips. We did have to elevate a little bit to get it all clear from the road here. And you can see there's a few little sprouts popping off here and there on this tree, but you see all those limbs and all those interior branches are still left here. And the tree looks like a natural, normal tree. Now let's look at this guy. Oh God, it has just been whacked, lion's tailed. All the interior limbs just completely cut off. Guy went up there with a bucket truck and just whacked off everything he could reach. Eventually they did take some weight off the ends, but you see how long and heavy and lanky that limb is right out over the garage there. And some of these guys over here, but I think this one was the worst one. I think this is the one they did some pruning on. Yeah, they took a little bit of weight off of that guy there. You can see the cut if I can zoom in on it. You know, that cut was made there, so they took some weight off it. But what's going on with this trunk here? Let's just look at this. Oh, a million little silver maple sprouts. Look at that. Look how bad that looks. I mean, that thing is just going to fill up and look like a bush. It's not even going to look like a tree anymore. Same thing over here. Just clumps and clumps and clumps of this tree sprouting out a bunch of little new growth there. Looks terrible. Over here, just as bad or worse. Look at that. And so what's going to happen 5-10 years from now? This thing is just going to fill up with all these sprouts. And there's not a lot of ways to fix this tree now compared to this tree. So took a lot of weight off those branch tips, and you know, we took just enough off to keep it healthy, keep it from falling apart in the storms. You know, the straw that breaks the camel's back, you don't have to take that much off. I was in the bucket truck, made pretty quick work of it. And yeah, there's a few sprouts growing on this tree, but nothing like the other one. It still has a nice normal look to it. Nice full dense shade here. Let's look up into the canopy here at how thick that is. You see a few little bits of open daylight through that canopy, but not much. And now let's look up in this canopy here. Boom. You know, wide open sky there. It's the moon roof. You know, open sky there. So it's got problems, and it's going to continue to have problems. It's going to be a maintenance issue for many years to come. All right, glad to have an update. Glad to be able to keep an eye on these trees and show you just the long-term damage that gets done from improper pruning. Thanks very much. Let me know what you think.